Hello, beautiful people. Today I'm answering all the questions that you had regarding glow up, regarding my life, and everything that I do in my life. How did I achieve and how did I reach where I am right now? So, without wasting any time, let's get started. The first question is, how do you manage your time? And honestly, with this question, there is a lot to talk about. When it comes to time management, honestly, I was not the one who used to have plans, but I think making charts, making already weekly planners or monthly planners is something that really works for me. I've started doing this weekly planners that I follow each week, and Sunday is the time that I reset all of it. So Saturday and Sundays are not just off from my work, it's off from everything that I do. I give myself that time to think about all the plans that I really want to work on. And time management is something for me that what things I want to prioritize. So every day, if I want to work 5 days a week, I work out from Monday to Friday. It works for me that I'm going right after work or before work to the gym and work out, because for me physical health is really important. And then comes my cardios, my reading times. So this is what I've started now, that my reading time, when I'm reading the book, it can be a cardio as well, because I was skipping the cardio to read book, or I was skipping the book time during that time. So I figured out a new way for myself, that when I'm doing slow cardio, I'm doing incline walk, I can also read a book. When I'm doing cycling, I can also read a book. So I just take my book to the gym and I do all that stuff. So doing whatever works for you is basically save you a lot of time. And then comes sprints. For me, 15 minutes focus. I know how much I can focus on one thing. So for at least 15 minutes, I would not distract myself of cell phone, of what's going around me or who's talking to me. And during those 15 minutes, I will do whatever task I've given myself. And honestly, I've figured out the task I do in 2 hours with distraction is actually a task just for 15 or 20 minutes. Whether it is making a quick meal or even cleaning up your room, it takes literally 15 to 20 minutes. Next question is, are you single? I would say that is not the priority for me right now. I'm working on myself, I'm working on my career, and I'm not looking for it. And that's when they say, when you're not looking for it, you will find the right person. So now to attract the right person, I'm just manifesting my better life, and I'm in my healed, enjoying era right now. And the third question is, how was your process of weight loss and how long did it take you? So I started my weight loss journey in 2023 May. That's when I started going to the gym. And honestly, in the first few days, it was hard for me because you have to be consistent. I only used to go like 1 or 2 days in a month first. But by May, I started going like 2 to 3 days a week and started being consistent. For me, the motivation was I don't want to stay home. Where I was living or my surroundings were not as positive, and that pushed me away from home and going to home. So just going to the gym was a relaxation for me, that okay, you know what, I will stay there. I would rather go to the gym than go home. That's the situation I was living in. And honestly, it wasn't just about the home or the gym that I want to go there. It was more about, you know what, I think I deserve better. You know what, I've been sick for a long time. For me, weight loss was not the first thing that I wanted to do. It was my health. I was really terrible. Like, I right now I don't fall sick. I always keep on telling I need to use my sick leaves for some reason, but I don't fall sick, and that's positive. I fingers crossed. I'm happy that I'm healthy. It's a process. From May 2023 to actually lose weight, it only took 6 months, like to just lose weight and get in the shape. And after that, it's just how you push yourself, how you treat yourself. I had this issue of eating when I'm stressed, and I still do when I'm super stressed, or when things doesn't go the way I want them to. But it's always that, you're treating yourself. Now it's more like you deserve it. At the time, I was just binge eating, like, it's okay, I just want to eat, and stuffing myself in until I could throw up. That's how bad it was. Like, next question, how to get through the feeling of being an idiot after being used by so-called friends? Okay, so to answer this question, I would really talk spiritual at this time, because this is what has worked for me. I have learned that if somebody uses you, you are worth something, isn't it? Like, I write every day. I write every single time. Even if I'm feeling stressed out, if I'm outside, I write it down. Or if I'm at work, I take a pen and a paper. I write my feelings down, that I'm feeling frustrated, or I'm feeling this anxious, I'm feeling sad, or I'm feeling used, whatever it is. I just write it down. And I know it's hard to overcome that feeling of being used, think of it as what was it that they used you for. Try to hold the perspective of, okay, you know what, maybe that person needed it. I've learned these four motivations that drives us: fear, desire, duty, and love. And cultivating the motivation of love in whatever you do or however it is, it's really divine. Meditating and cultivating the feeling of love for people around you, everybody around you, is going to completely change your life. Forgiving people is something that is hard, but once you learn it, you be the mother of it. Forgiveness is something that is not going to help others, but it's going to help you. So forgiving someone is for you to help yourself, and try to put it in each and every perspective in your life. Try to give that love to each and every person in your life. In other words, if I have to be a bad bitch, I would just say maybe they needed to use you just because they were so low in their own lives that they had to actually make use out of a person to bring them up. That's how low somebody can go in your life, and you should be grateful that you are worthy of that. You have abundance in your life. And then comes the question, I'm so confused between two things. So should I choose mind or heart? And I overthink problems. This is what works for me because I'm an overthinker too, being a Pisces. But anyways, when there are two thoughts, one in your mind and one in your heart, I think it's better that you write both of those down. I think of myself as a third person at this point, and just like, that is the higher version. That this Kushleen is just divine. She knows whatever is going to happen to her. Everything she plans in her life is gonna happen the way she plans it. So I write the thought down on the paper. Writing is my go-to fix for everything. I just write everything down because you're consciously writing those thoughts down, and you're limiting your words rather than just overthink. So write it down on the paper. What are the two thoughts that you are thinking about? On one side, put the one that you are thinking about in your head, and one side put it whatever you're thinking in your heart. And do this without judgments. Just write it down. No judgment, no overthinking. Just write the first thing down, that okay, this is what I'm thinking about, this is the problem I'm going through. And then put your hand on your heart and then write it down, that what is going inside it. What are you thinking about? What makes you feel you want to do? So now think about 3 pros and 3 cons for each of them. You will actually understand from the third perspective which option works best for you, and find the clarity of what is aligning with the higher self of you. And then the last question is how to get over someone. I would say this again: forgiveness, not just for them first, but for yourself as well. You deserve better. You have come so far, and you have worked for yourself. Decision you have made to separate yourself from that person was your decision. You knew that that wasn't working for you at that time. It might work, it might not work in the future. I have become a better person, and I am elevated from the level that person is at. And honestly, you miss someone when you're not busy enough. So make yourself busy. Find yourself some hobbies, do some other things that are gonna actually make you feel good. Workout, exercising is something that's gonna help you a lot. Your thoughts, your brain does not have a leash to it. It's a monkey mind that keeps on jumping back to the same thoughts, same reality, and you just are not over them. When you have some kind of envy or you haven't forgiven someone, you keep on thinking about them all the time. It was a situation, you keep on going back to the same situation. But there is no if at the moment. Right now, you're living in the present, and you have to think about what works for you right now. What is the person that you have become right now? How better you have made yourself now, and do you think that better version of yourself deserves that bare minimum? Just forgive them for what they have done. That, you know what, I am the bigger person, I forgive you for using me. Doing something better in your life is a revenge itself. It's a forgiveness to yourself and to the other person as well. A mother forgives their children for every single thing that they have done. And if you think that you were the one at wrong at the time, how about you fix yourself now? This is the time that you work on those things. This is the time that you realize that those things are really, really necessary to have a positive relationship. And that might bring the person's back as well, because now you are able to give that energy out in the universe, and universe transfers every energy around you and every elsewhere, and they will catch that energy. They will know that you have changed. They will know that you have brought yourself to a higher level now. You have fixed those things that you needed to. I know that a lot of people have this in their mind, that, you know what, I gave that person a lot, that I don't have anything else to give to my new partner. And I think this is something that we come out of lack of love, the lack of forgiveness. Bring yourself up to a level that you feel abundant in love. You feel that, okay, you know what, I have loved myself. I love everybody around me. Everything is so lovely. I will communicate with my partner. I will get to know what they want in their life. And this is how we're going to maintain a better relationship. Or maybe that person left you because you were out of shape. Get in shape. Accept that yes, they have left you for some reason, and this is the reason that you are now working on yourself. Accept, reflect, and forgive. Accept the reality that what has happened now. Now is the time that you change yourself or change the situation for yourself so it doesn't happen in the future. Learn from your mistakes. Reflect on yourself that how are you going to do all of those things. Reflect on your current situation that this is what I can do, these are the changes that I can make. Forgiveness is something that will make you rise up in a positive vibration. Forgiveness brings you love. Forgiveness brings you abundance of not just emotions of love but also everything. When you start forgiving people for everything and yourself, first, forgiveness starts from yourself. When you forgive yourself what you have done or what you have let yourself through, you also start to forgive other people as well. That you know what, I had to learn that lesson. That's okay. I'm a better person now. Forgive them. You preserve your energy to yourself. Use the same energy to go do something productive in your life rather than using it to miss someone or think about someone. And that is all for today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and tell me in the comments below if my advice or my answers were helpful to you. And if you have any more questions for me, feel free to use the comment section below to ask anything that you want. Bye bye. See you next time.